Hey everybody, it's Sam with Wrestling Overtime with your news and updates for May 13th, 2020. Now, on Tuesday night, I guess that would be May 12th, 2020, on WWE Backstage, CM Punk gave his 2 cents on what he thought WWE should have did during the Becky and Asuka segment. He really thought that Asuka needed to get over as a heel in that segment with Becky. He thought that Asuka should have been really happy and hugged Becky, but as she backed up, sprayed green mist in her face. And that would have cemented her as a monster that everyone could be against, and that everybody would want the title off of her and want to go after her. But can they stop Asuka? Because no one is ready for Asuka. Well, you know what? I really like that writing that CM Punk come up with. I really do. But the thing is, WWE, what they were doing was turning Asuka babyface. They did not actually tell her anything before she went out there about Becky being pregnant. So what you saw on Monday Night Raw was Asuka's real reaction to finding out that Becky was pregnant. They felt like with the type of person Asuka is, that they would get a very genuine reaction that the audience would just eat up and love. And I think they did. So Asuka actually is now going to be a babyface, allowing her to be set up against the heels of Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So that's kind of what WWE had in mind. Then, WWE's, according to Wrestling Incorporated, are actively searching for a new SummerSlam location that would allow them to have fans in the crowd. Boston is where SummerSlam is actually supposed to take place on August 23rd. However, Boston's mayor came out and announced that no large crowds are going to be in the city until at least September 7th, which is almost 2 weeks after SummerSlam. No parades, no festivals, no concerts, anything like that. So, if you guys are on Twitter, I encourage you to follow WrestleVotes. What WrestleVotes believes is that SummerSlam will actually possibly be either in Florida or in Georgia. Both states have been extremely easy to work with the different wrestling companies. And they need to find some place where they can hold 4 different events all in a row. Because when you think about it, they need to reschedule August 21st, which is SmackDown, August 22nd, which is NXT TakeOver, August 23rd, which is SummerSlam, and then August 24th, which is the post-SummerSlam Raw. And so that's what they've got to find, is a place that can hold all 4 events, allow them to have some crowds in attendance. Vince McMahon still wants it in Boston. However, I just don't see Boston giving in. I really, really don't. I think his best bet is probably to go to an open air facility where they can do some social distancing and that he can get all 4 nights there. Now, Pro Wrestling Sheet said that Sting is no longer under contract with WWE. However, this doesn't mean that they're not in talks, that they're not negotiating some kind of Legends deal with merchandise and things like that. Then it was rumored that Sting was actually going to be the one to present the new AEW TNT title to the winner of the Cody Rhodes Lance Archer match that's taking place at Double or Nothing on May 23rd. PW Insider reported that multiple sources close to Sting are denying this. Now, of course, we found out on AEW Tonight that that's not true. However, rumors are still persisting that Sting is somehow, some way, going to end up in AEW. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I hope he ends up in AEW, but I'm going to tell you, I don't think so. I think with WWE owning the WCW film collection, which includes all of Sting's matches, and the kind of money that Vince does not care to throw at Legends in order to keep them, I just can't imagine WWE allowing Sting to get away from them and go to AEW. It really will totally shock me if they do. Then WWE announced that Rey Mysterio's injury status is listed as critical. They said doctors need to wait until the swelling goes down in order to properly assess the damage in his eye that Seth Rollins did on Monday Night Raw. He is right now currently at risk for an infection. Now, guys, I don't know if you saw it on Monday Night Raw. I commented a little bit on our Monday Night Raw episode. I felt like the mask that Rey was wearing that night had some extra padding. I don't think that the steps got anywhere near his eye or anything like that. I think this was all a work. I truly believe Rey Mysterio is leaving. His contract is coming up soon, and I don't think that he wants to stay with the WWE. So this could be one way for him to come back, have a final battle with Seth Rollins, and then basically Seth to put him out and retire him, per se, in the WWE and allow him just to go elsewhere. But we're going to see what WWE has planned. Now, who do you guys think has been the luckiest wrestler in the COVID-19 pandemic? Me personally, I think we have to say it's Shug D or Sugar Dunkerton, or as most people call him, and what I call him, Pineapple Pete. Pineapple Pete in AEW has gotten a huge break because of Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, for some reason, has latched on to this kid, calling him Pineapple Pete, drawing attention to him every time he's in the crowd, and getting ready, to have a match with him. So I think it's great. that here this independent wrestler got signed to kind of have a tryout and to try to make a name for himself in AEW. And Chris Jericho just happens to like him, happens to point him out and really get involved with him. So I think he's had to be the luckiest wrestler. However, he is really concerned and wonders, when the crowds come back, will they accept him? Or will they kind of see him as a cartoon figure or something like that? Will they be able to get behind him and accept him as a wrestler? Kind of like they have Orange Cassidy. The Bella Twins. The Bella Twins now are New York Times best-selling authors. Their new book, Incomparable, came out. It's a memoir of their lives, and it placed number 7 on the combined print and ebook list. And then it came out at number 10 on the print hardcover. So who would have ever thought that the Bella Twins would have been New York Times best-selling authors? Not me. I love them as wrestlers. They seem extremely cool on Total Divas and Total Bellas, and I would love to go out and dance with them and watch Brie get into Brie mode. But New York Times best-selling authors never dreamed. Never dreamed. Their wine success has not surprised me. They are extremely hard workers and good businesswomen. But I just did not think that they would sit still long enough to write a book. So that has kind of shocked me. Now, let's talk about, since NXT for this week is over, let's talk about where the standings are for the interim Cruiserweight tournament and give you guys some updates. Now, next week will be the last matches of the pools. In Pool A, we're going to see Drake Maverick take on Kushida. In Group B, we're going to see Akira Tozawa versus Phantasma. Okay? What happens in Group A if Kushida loses? Then he, Drake Maverick, and Jake Atlas will be tied in Group A, and a tiebreaker will be used to decide who will be the winner of Group A. Now, in Group B, no matter what, win, lose, draw, whatever, Akira Tozawa will come out of Group B because he is 2-0, and even if he loses, he will go 2-1, and he has the tiebreaker. So no matter what, Akira Tozawa will be in the championships for the interim Cruiserweight tournament. Now, I had one person write me this week at, you guys can write me at wrestlingovertime@gmail.com. I had someone actually write me and say, what about Jordan Devlin? Well, from the way NXT has explained it, is this is an interim title. Jordan Devlin has not lost his title. He has not been stripped of it. He, just because he cannot defend it, they need a champion in his place. So when the travel ban is lifted and he can come overseas from Europe, he's in England right now. Once he gets here from England, then whoever is the interim cruiserweight will take on Jordan Devlin. I look for that to be at the NXT TakeOver SummerSlam weekend. I really do. So, because I think hopefully the travel ban will be lifted by August. So I look for it probably to happen then. So that's your news and updates for now. We are going to be getting out the AEW raves and rants review next, and then we should be giving you another news and updates before WWE Raw. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. As always, if you have any questions, comments, problems, or protests, hit me up on Twitter or our Facebook page on Wrestling Overtime, or write me at wrestlingovertime@gmail.com and let me know what your question is or your answer or whether you disagree with me or not. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be talking to you soon.